What is up, YouTube? We are back, and after 3 weeks of driving, going across country, drifting this car, we are back. We're about to check out our damage report, see what we messed up on this. Was a beautiful car about a month ago. It's actually pretty crazy. We did a compression test, and you're actually not going to believe what happened. So here's a compression tester, and if you don't know what this goes into the cylinder, and this is what you measure. You screw it in, you take out the spark plugs. I kind of already done that. And after you take out the spark plugs and disconnect the fuel system, you can put this guy in here, screw it in, and get an actual number on what's actually going on in your combustion chamber. Well, as you know, I've been chasing that noise. I'm honestly surprised this motor didn't die during drift week. So put it in here, boop. We're gonna do a reading, see we're at 0 right now. I'm gonna turn the key, let's see what we get. Actually, okay, the battery's still plugged in. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so let's see. This is cylinder 2. And the one that we had messed up is cylinder 4. So it's cold, so it's gonna do about 120. When it's warm, it's at 180. So we're gonna go to the next cylinder, which is the one that I had the spark plug collapse. And yeah, let's go over to this one, because this is where it starts to get crazy. Check this out. Right. Going back in. All right. So, see, 0 here. Go back in the car. Turn the key over so it puts revolutions and compresses the cylinder so we can see how much air we get. All right. Ooh. Back to it. Shut this door. Look at that. Completely freaking the same. So I actually made like a whole nother YouTube, and then I was surprised that these were even. So check this out. We're gonna take this out. And this is where it gets freaking nuts. Obviously, when you start it, there's a noise. It's like clack, 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 clack. But the engine continued running with good power the whole time. I actually probably did like 5 drift events like this. So this might be one of the best motors ever. Let me get this camera out right here. Boom. Once again. All right, now before I show you what actually happened to the cylinder, let's go over the rest of the car. Anyways, so as you remember this was from the first day. We wrecked this bumper. We got this headlight smashed. This is actually a brand new headlight. This fender is now broken. This is one of the original fenders that came with the car. Our over fender damaged. We're gonna have to make a new one. And actually the power steering pump, I hit the pressure line, so I gotta redo that one. But other than that, that's for that corner. What else? The back, I was actually surprised that the trunk opened up, and it still opens and closes and functions and everything. But this whole thing is pushed over. Freaking fumbling today. Anyways, yeah, so this bumper pushed in, back piece pushed in. That's like the 6th time that thing's pushed in. Oh, we gotta get a tail light, even though that looks pretty cool, or at least I think it looks cool. Check that out. That's insane. Other than that, that's the back. Oh yeah, that bumper's ripped at the bottom, so definitely time for a new bumper. That bumper was a trooper. It's been on there for a minute. All right, now let's get out the bore scope. Oh yeah, this wheel also damaged Christian's wheels, which I probably need to get cleaned up. And back to the bore scope. So here's the camera. Here's the screen. All right, we're gonna go into cylinder number 2, which should be a known good cylinder, so then I can show you how it's supposed to look. Oof. and get a good picture going up on here. Kind of hard to do both. So as you can see, that is, it's too much light actually. Let's see if I can turn that down a little bit. Boop. Okay, that should be good. So you can see here, this is the piston. And it's all kind of one piece, no problem. I don't see anything that out of the ordinary. So if we go into the next cylinder over, as I try to do this blindly, get this thing straight. Bear with me. This is where it gets crazy. Check this out. So we can already tell it's a little spotty, but I gotta find it. You gotta kind of work with the camera. It's kind of stiff. Might need two hands. Let me come back to this. All right, so I actually had to bump the cylinder down. It was too high up to view, but check this out. This is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. That's actually the piston ring right there. Let me see. So this is the piston on number 4. That's actually the piston ring, which that means during my drift competition, the rest of drift week, that means all that was just riding like that. And it doesn't even misfire. So that's probably the craziest thing about that is like, that has to be one of the wildest things I've ever seen right there. Is like, this engine ran good, and
only things that'll happen on drift week.
Yeah, I don't even know how I survived. That's crazy. Even that big fat burnout that I did for like a minute long, because I went and saw a video of it. It was like a minute long burnout, and this thing's still running decently. When I compression tested it, it got 180 yesterday, and I actually was so confused on why I had 180 PSI in the cylinder. Yeah. All right, so I got cut off. I actually ran out of memory on my phone. So now I'm in the crossroads. What do we do next? I kind of want your opinion on this too, so leave a comment. One, do I just get an OEM replacement? They're kind of expensive. They're on Z1, they're around $6,000 for a new replacement. Two, there's not really any good used ones available because they also want like $4,000. So if you're already spending $4,000, why wouldn't you spend $2,000 more on reliability of having a brand new motor? And then the second option is either building this motor, which I don't really like that idea because one, there's a lot of moving parts on these, and two, I haven't really seen a good built motor of these actually running decently to like, especially the way that I drive it. And then, yeah, so I don't really like that idea, but it could happen because it seems cheaper than spending $6,000. So it's like, okay, do we buy pistons? I haven't really done all the math, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty close, you know, just rough IDing it. And then we got 3. Do we just abandon the G35 and maybe possibly jump into a Q50 and take all the usable parts? Because we already know we can tune one of these out with a manual transmission. But maybe there's too much damage here, and there's too much damage back there, and maybe this is too much damage, because right now I don't really have anything worth of anything right now. So, yeah, kind of stuck in the crossroads here. Let me know what y'all think. What should I do? Anyways, that's my update. Drift week. It's still incredible, but definitely a lot of damage. All right. Oh, and be on the lookout for some merchandise, because if I do bring this back, I'm going to be selling shirts and sweaters maybe, and I don't know, some rough ideas I need to come up with, because COTA's coming up quickly, and Houston Motorsports, there's actually a demo going on there. So I'd like to have this ready, but that's a tall order, especially that the COTA or the Houston Motorsports demo is next month. So yeah, anyways, be on the lookout for merch. I'm out.